everyone, Flora Sage here. So I wanted to make a part 2 of the video that I did a few days ago called Stop the Morning Routine Madness. So I've gotten a lot of interesting emails from people about me bashing morning routines. Now, I was not bashing morning routines. What I was doing was merely saying, you know what, if having a very long morning routine is stressing you out, stop doing it. Stop doing it. So, you know, do I advocate morning routines? Absolutely, but not to the point that to your detriment, okay? So what does that mean? If you think that in order for you to be successful, you have to do 2 hours or 1 hour of this set routine in order for you to be successful, and thinking about that is stressing you out, then that is not the answer for you. That's not the thing for you. Some people are morning people, some people are not. So find out. The whole key to all of this morning routine, evening routine stuff is to find what works for you and say no to those things that aren't serving you. Say no to those things that are stressing you out, because the whole point of a morning routine is to set you up for success for the day, so that you can say, okay, so I'm waking up, I'm feeling good, or if you're not feeling good, how can you tweak yourself so that you can, tweak yourself, tweak your mindset, tweak your actions, tweak your body, tweak your mood and your energy so that you can go into your day feeling good and feeling the way that you want to feel. And the reason why that I actually created that video is because so many people have been coming to me during these free strategy sessions saying that they already feel burnt out and so stressed out because they're not abiding by their morning routine. And I'm like, okay, so, and I've asked every single one of them that has said this, okay, so why do you have this as your morning routine? And they've all said, well, I've been watching so-and-so's video, and I've been reading, so-and-so's books, and this is what they say you need to do in order to be successful in your life and in your business. And I'm like, well, that's what works for them. Let's find what works for you. And I asked them, are you naturally a morning person? And they're like, absolutely not. Or kind of, but not so much so that I want to, do like a HIIT workout for 20 minutes when I can't even walk straight because I'm not even awake yet, And so the key is to figure out who are you naturally and run with that. So give yourself permission to first and foremost ask yourself, well, what do I believe? Do I believe that I have to get up at 3 a.m. to do all of these things in order to be successful? Or can I be successful on my own terms? Can I sleep in until 9 a.m. and do 5 minutes of yoga and do 10 minutes of journaling and have my coffee and feel good about it? Can I sleep in until 10 a.m. and really focus my time? So wake up at 10 a.m., literally roll out of bed, open your laptop, and do those things that are so uplifting for you. Maybe create social media content or reach out to your people or do your coaching calls. And then when you're done with that, then do your meditation. If you choose to do it at all, you can do active meditation or still meditation. You can do some mindfulness work. Maybe then you want to go, have some coffee with your friend or go out for lunch or go walk around the neighborhood, whatever it is. And maybe that feels good. And maybe in the evening, that's when you want to work out, or that's when you want to do your intentions for the next day, And so you don't have to do these particular things in the order that other people tell you to do them. There's hundreds of classes that I've seen that focus on the millionaire morning or the, how to have a kick-ass day by starting at 4 a.m. I'm sorry, but if I get up at 4 or 5, I am shot by 2 o'clock. I'm done. I'm tapping out. I just can't do that. For me, I like to go to bed between 10 and 11. Any later than 11, then I'm feel a little funky the next day. And I like to sleep until like 7 or 8. You know, I like a good solid 8 hours, 8 to 9 hours of sleep. That's just how I like it. You know what I mean? And some days I sleep in until 9. Other days I wake up at 6. Like yesterday I got up at 6 o'clock because I was awake. I'm like, and I felt good. I'm like, rock on. All right, I'm up. You know, at 10 o'clock, I literally was like, okay, I'm out. I need to go to bed like right now, you know? And the whole key to this is to honor you and your preferences, your energy level, and your vision, because, you know, you have a vision and your vision is unique from everyone else's vision. And, you know, I've heard so many people say that in sales, there's these golden hours and all these other things. And in all the time that I have been making follow-up calls and doing warm calls to warm leads and selling my services and all this other stuff, there really is no perfect time to call someone. The perfect time to call someone is whenever feels in alignment with you, because if you try to call someone for a sales call or for a follow-up call or whatever, and your energy is funky, they're gonna feel that. And so until you get into that good feeling space, don't make that phone call, okay? So the whole point of all of this, again, and I'm just gonna kind of keep repeating this because I kind of want to drill this into your head, because so many people have been tricked and fooled into thinking that they have to do this huge morning routine or this huge evening routine in order to be successful. And the key to success is to figure out, well, first of all, what's your version of success? What do you really want? What is your big rock goal or your goal for this year? Reverse engineer that and say, okay, what's the one thing that I can do every single day that I know is gonna move me closer to achieving my goals? It's not about a sprint. It truly is about that marathon. It's about consistency. It's about showing up at your best every single day. And your best is gonna change from day to day. I mean, some days you're like on fire, and other days you're like, okay, I'm just gonna sit and watch Netflix. You know what I mean? So this is just the thing, is that you've got to give yourself permission to just relax. Relax and say, what type of person am I? Do I like doing a whole bunch of stuff in the morning, or am I better doing the stuff in the afternoon or the evening? You know, I truly believe that when and if you choose to create a morning routine, create one that feels good for you. Now, I actually have classes inside the Mastermind Mafia about an evening routine and a morning routine. Do I recommend you have routines? Absolutely. Why? Because it helps us get out of our head. It helps us get out of the rush of the day. So what I like to do for my evening routine is 1 hour before I intend to go to bed. So usually about 9 or 9:30 or so, I'll start to wrap up what I'm doing. So if I'm crocheting or watching TV or hanging out with people, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get ready to go to bed. And I prep my coffee, I prep my protein shake and my vitamins for the next day. I make sure that the kitchen's clean, all the dishes are put away, the counters are washed off, I lock the doors, I scoop the litter box, I wash my hands, brush my teeth, floss, water pick, that whole thing, and then lay down in bed, and then I do a little bit of journaling, you know, and I talk about that in my class. Well, actually, I think I talk about it in like 3 or 4 of my classes about how to journal so that you can go into a sleep state that helps you manifest what it is that you want. And you can access that through the Mastermind Mafia. But anyway, so that's my evening routine. I also lay out my clothes for the next day based on what I know the weather's gonna be, or based on what I know my activity level is gonna be that next day. So in the morning, I don't have to think about what I'm gonna wear. I can just get up and get dressed, you know. Some nights I take showers. I don't shower every day simply because my skin gets too dry. Plus, I don't do anything to warrant taking a shower, you know. But anyway, so then the next morning I wake up and I shut my alarm off and I assess how I'm feeling. If I feel tired based on how I slept, sometimes the door is open and so my cat is like literally walking on me all day or like all night. He kind of is like a little circus act. He'll like lay right on me, and then if I turn, He'll stand up and walk on me until I'm done turning, and then he'll just sit down on top of me. He's quite funny. But anyway, so I'll assess how I'm feeling based on how I slept. If I still feel like I need more sleep, then I'll pick up my phone, because I do use my phone as my alarm clock, but I have it on the nighttime mode so that I don't get any notifications or whatever. And I set it for another hour. Or another 30 minutes or whatever. And to me, that's not hitting snooze. It's just honoring that my body needs more sleep, okay? If I do feel like I'm rested and I'm like, yeah, okay, I think I'm gonna get up, I roll over and I pet my dog, because my dog sleeps in the spot next to me. And I start talking with him like, hey, Tank, blah, 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 whatever. And as I'm petting him, I set my intentions for the day. And I usually talk out loud. I'm like, today's gonna be super kick-ass. I'm gonna have an amazing phone call with my clients. And I just start to set my intentions for the day. Sometimes I will do my transcendental meditation in the morning, and sometimes not. So, I mean, again, it just depends on how I'm feeling that day. Some days I feel like, okay, I really need to meditate. And so after I'm done petting my dog, then I'll sit up and I'll do my meditation for 20 minutes. If not, then I get up and I get dressed and go to the bathroom, come up, I feed the animals, I make my coffee and my protein shake and drink my water, and then I see where I'm at. Do I want to do 5 minutes of yoga? Do I want to do an hour of yoga? Do I want to rate my son who's in boot camp? Do I want to do some mindset journaling? Or do I just want to get dressed, or I'm sorry, you know, like do my hair and makeup and start doing videos? I mean, so it really just depends on how I'm feeling, and I let myself move through that energy without judgment, because that's just the thing, is that when you set yourself up for, I have to do this particular thing every single day, and you don't do it, you're gonna judge yourself. I know, because I've tried it in the past, you know, and here the winter energy and the summer energy are vastly different. Sometimes during the summer, it's, you know, 75 degrees by 10 o'clock in the morning, and my dog doesn't like walking if it's more than 73 degrees. And so I know that I need to get up early during the summer so that I can walk my dog. Otherwise, he's looking at me all day going, come on, let's go for a walk, you know. And then other times, especially during the winter, we wait until mid to late afternoon, sometimes even the evening, to walk. And so this is just the thing, is that you gotta give yourself permission, and you gotta give yourself some grace with the routines that you have in place. And yes, routines are so helpful because they save brain power, they save time, they save energy, so that you can have the energy for other things during the day. And, you know, I really, truly want you to succeed. I really, truly want you to have a life that you love, and to have a day, like a morning routine that you love, an evening routine that you love. And if you're not quite sure if you even should have a morning or evening routine, look at how your day is. Do you find that your mornings are really stressful? Do you find that your evenings are stressful? If so, it's probably a good idea to implement some type of routine. Like I said, my evening routine is prepping for the night before. I mean, this is something I've been preaching and teaching since like 97, since I first opened my business, you know what I mean? And so this is the thing, is that when you give yourself permission to really assess where you're at and look at where is everything a shit show and where is everything actually going really good, and then you know, shift what you're doing based on that. So I see I have a question coming in. Okay, so yeah, I have a daily task list for my business, but not always completed. So I'm always start my day with the things that are on the list that I want to do, and then do what I have to do, and then me time. All right, perfect. Yeah. Well, and this is one of the things too, inside the Mastermind Mafia, every single month we have a planning party. So the first of every single month, we review your previous month and then plan out your next month, and we reverse engineer your plan for the month. So you essentially have one key task to accomplish every single day that will get you closer to achieving that big goal that you have for the week and for the month and for the year. And so, you know, I really implore you to just say to yourself, you know, how am I feeling today? You know, do I have a shit show of a morning? If so, what is a shit show? Like, do I feel like I'm running out of time? Okay, what's causing you to have that time suck? Is it trying to figure out what to wear? Perfect. Pick it out the night before. Is it making your coffee? Is it finding stuff? Lay everything out the night before so that you won't even have to think about it in the morning. You literally can get up and everything will be prepped and ready to go. You know, humans do have a thing called decision fatigue. The more decisions we make throughout the day, the less sound those decisions are. So when you can make those simple key decisions the night before, such as prepping your coffee, prepping all your breakfast stuff, picking out what you're gonna wear, setting everything at the ready so that when you do get up in the morning, you don't have to use brain power to make those decisions. You truly can just get dressed and have those simple yet significant decisions already made for you, and then you can go about your day with more energy. One of the other things that I do that helps me with my decision making is I have an action planner. This is a 90-day action planner that keeps me focused on 3 key goals. I've also used the 90-day planner, which is where you focus on 5 goals. And I already know what my list of stuff to do for the next day is. And so part of my prep for the night before is I look at what my list is for the next day. So tonight what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look at what my list is for tomorrow so that I have a mental image and a mental energy imprint of what my day looks like tomorrow. I do this every single night, and it takes me like literally a minute maybe to look and say, okay, so I'm gonna be doing this, and then this, and then this. Awesome. So, and that also tells me, you know, when do I absolutely have to get out of bed by? I love sleeping. I love my bed. My bed is freaking awesome. And, you know, yeah, I mean, and so give yourself permission to really just be honest with yourself and see what really is working and what's not working. And when you can be honest with yourself and say, well, this is kind of a shit show, and you know what, this is actually working really good, then run with that. So this is something that I am so passionate about. And because I'm so passionate about it, I want to offer you 2 things. The first thing is I want to offer you a membership to the Mastermind Mafia. This is something that is my passion. So what the Mastermind Mafia is, it gives you literally unlimited access to every class and program I have ever done. There's over 1,000 hours. There's actually almost close to 1,500 hours of classes and programs on personal, spiritual, and business development classes and programs. We also do live trainings and classes and whatnots every single week. The first of the month, we always have our planning party where we review your previous month and plan out the next month. We have a business training that drops the first week of every month. We have 2 spiritual spiritual trainings. They're actually called What's Up Wednesday. They're spirit-led calls, and it's about spiritual development. I truly believe spiritual and personal development always impact your business. Another thing that we do is group coaching, live group readings. We had our group coaching yesterday. We had our group readings this morning. It was awesome. Yesterday, we also did a bonus training on personal finances and budgeting and creating a usable spending plan for the month. That was part 1. We're going to do part 2 next month in the month of February. That's a bonus. And we do bonus classes all the time. Today at 2 p.m. we're going to be doing a bonus guest teaching class about MLMs and how to thrive as an MLM. So we also do our Ask Me Anything live Q&A, where you literally can ask me absolutely anything that you want inside of our Facebook group. And so you also get a kickstart session. When you first join, we meet privately on the phone, and I find out where you are, where you want to be, whether you have your own business or not, because many of the people have businesses, and many of the people in the Mastermind Mafia do not have businesses. But regardless, if you're ready to finally start living a life that is true for you, that feels good, that's free from the bullshit, because that's just the thing, is that, you know, it's 2019. Enough of the damn bullshit already, okay? It's time for you to really start living a life that's meaningful for you. I mean, we have classes from, you know, space clearing to decluttering your house, to spirit guides, to psychic certifications, to how to create a sales funnel and how to launch your business and how to create a website. I mean, so if you are really looking for that tribe of women and you're really looking for personal development, spiritual development, as well as business development, if you have your own business, then I highly recommend that you join the Mastermind Mafia. So I'm going to put 2 links for you below. Whoops. Sorry about that. That's my Be Focused Pro timer that I have to keep me focused, which is another tip that I share with you inside the Mastermind Mafia. But, you know, the first link is for you to join directly into the Mastermind Mafia. And the second link is for you to, actually, no, I think I'm just going to post 1 link for the Mastermind Mafia. So click the link that says Mastermind Mafia. That's the program page. I want you to read about it. Go with your heart. If it's a hell yes, I want you to join. Because this is just the thing. This is January. We're mid-January. It's January 17th. Last year, ask yourself, did you accomplish those things that you wanted to accomplish? Okay? If the answer is no, the Mastermind Mafia is totally for you, okay? Because the thing is that when you have a support system, myself as your personal coach and mentor, as well as all of the other members in the group who want you to succeed, everybody in that group lifts each other up. What happens is then you start to hold yourself to a higher standard and you start to see what other people are doing. You start to read and hear and experience what other people are going through, their triumphs, their victories, and those things where maybe they're falling a little bit short. And that puts everything into perspective. So then all of a sudden you can go in there and go, yeah, you know what? This is bullshit and I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm going to try this instead. And you start to take personal responsibility for your own life and you start to take that 1 degree shift and you make that little tiny pivot. And with that tiny pivot, all of a sudden you realize, like in 6 months or a year, you're like, oh my God, like my whole life has changed since joining the Mastermind Mafia. I have several of you who are commenting, who are part of the Mastermind Mafia. I want you to comment below, how has the Mastermind Mafia impacted your life and would you recommend it to other people? But yeah, like I said, you know, this is one of the things is that when you give yourself permission to show up for you, whether it's every day at 5 a.m. for a morning routine or every evening at 5 p.m. for an evening routine, whatever it is, when you give yourself permission to show up for you and your dreams and your goals, magic happens. It truly, truly does. And so I want you to go to that program page. I want you to feel it out. I want you to look at what you get. I want you to also watch the videos, read the testimonials. And if you have any questions whatsoever, please private message me here on Facebook. Send me an email, flora@florasage.com. It's only $97 a month. Now, some people say, why is that so cheap? And I've had a lot of people ask me, why is it so cheap? Because you offer so much. I mean, you do 6 live calls every single month. Like, my coach wants me to charge double or triple what I'm currently charging. And the reason why that it's so inexpensive is because I want it to be accessible for absolutely everybody who truly wants to invest in their future and who believes in the vision that you have for yourself and may not be able to afford a private coach or a private mentor. So for the $97, you truly get me as your private coach and mentor kind of in a group setting, you know? And so, I mean, it's just absolutely remarkable. And seeing the members that are in there and seeing how vastly different their lives are, the more that they participate and the more that they consume the content and go through the content that's in the group and the you know, all the classes and programs that they're a part of, plus doing the live coaching calls and the reading calls and all of the spiritual and personal development calls, what happens is you start to shift tiny little bits, tiny little shifts every day, and then all of a sudden you realize, oh my gosh, like my life feels so good and it's so different than what it was like a month ago and what it was like 6 months ago. So if you're ready, if you truly are ready to get rid of the bullshit and you're truly ready to take personal responsibility for your life, then I really want you to click the link below, and that's going to bring you to the Mastermind Mafia program page and join the Mastermind Mafia. Like I said, it's only $97 a month. right away you will get your welcome email and the link to book a private session with me so that we can have a conversation. If you're still not quite sure if you want to join and you want to ask me any and all questions, I want you to click link number 2. And link number 2 is a strategy session appointment. And the strategy session appointment, I want you to write out that you're interested in the group coaching or the Mastermind Mafia. And I want you to let me know what your questions are regarding the Mastermind Mafia and if it's right for you, okay? Now, if you want me to do everything for you, this is not the program for you. It's not, because this is very participatory. You have to be willing to say, you know what, this is part of my life that I don't like, I think it's bullshit, and I want something different. And so I'll make recommendations based on where you are, where you want to go, but then it's up to you to actually take action. But when you take action, the cool part is you start to see results right away. It's really freaking amazing, and it's so cool, and it's so awe-inspiring to watch the members that we have just skyrocket, and they're like, oh my gosh, this is freaking amazing. So if you're ready to have an amazing 2019, if you're ready to finally get rid of the bullshit, click the link below, sign up for the Mastermind Mafia, and I'll see you on the other side. All right? Okay, I love you. Mwah! Have a fabulous rest of your day.